Hey guys, welcome back to TPL TV. My name is the Princess Lifestyle, or Princess, whatever you want to call me. And you are now up in the Princess Lifestyle. So, how's everyone doing? I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. And I am so excited to be doing this video. So, I'm going to be doing my eyes first. Mind you, I don't know what this video is called. You guys will know by the time you see it, obviously. But this look is a spur of the moment type of situation. It's a little dramatic. We've got some shimmers going, some warms going. And we're just trying to get back into the groove of things, okay? So I am just, concealing beneath my brows like I usually do. I'm carving out the shape in which I want my brows to be, and I'm going to proceed to take that concealer that I'm using down my brow bone, into my crease, and onto my lid so that it can act as a proper base for the shades that I'm going to be using. And I'm using my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 05. I don't always use this base, but it is one of the bases that are my go-tos. I just, grab it up, put some on the back of my hand, get it on a flat brush, whether that's a flat eyeshadow brush, a flat shader brush, a flat concealer brush, whatever. I just get it on a flat brush, and I prefer a flat brush that's on the larger side of things. You know what I mean? So this thing that I'm doing right here, connecting these, like, there's no reason, there's literally no reason for me to do that. I literally just do that because I get a kick out of seeing myself with a unibrow. Okay. Anywho, we are going to be using my Norvina Volume 3 palette. This is my first time using this palette, even though I've had it for months. I bought this a few months ago, like maybe a couple weeks after it came out, and I never got around to it because I was too busy using other things. But now that I have some free time and free space, I decided, let me get up into it. Okay? So one thing about this palette that I learned from the Norvina Volume 1 palette is that these shadows, or pigments, whatever you want to call them, they work best, and they work to the degree that they're supposed to work when they have a semi-wet base. So I don't know if you guys caught it. I did it a little bit quickly, but after I concealed my brows and my lid and everything, I went back in with a little bit more product right before I was ready to put the shadow down, because these products, these shadows from Norvina's palette, adhere to wet surfaces or sticky surfaces. And when I placed my concealer or base, whatever you want to call it, down, I know that most of the product had already set. So I went ahead and applied a little bit more to the areas that I knew I was going to put this shade down on. And that is why the shades come up so vibrantly immediately, and they're not falling everywhere. They're not, blending out weirdly. Like, those are the issues that I had with the Norvina Volume 1 palette, because I had no idea that these products only work with a sticky base. So now that we know, we love it, okay? We love Norvina's palettes. I mean, I loved the Volume 1 palette anyway because it was just so beautiful, so pigmented. I just didn't know how to properly use it. But like a couple days after, you guys let me know in the comments that that's how you're supposed to actually apply these products. So thank you guys for teaching me a little something. Not a little something. You taught me very well. So very grateful for that. Yeah, we're just building up the crease now. So I used, the first shade that I used was, I don't know, like D1 or something like that. And it was just my transition shade. But the fact that that's a transition shade and it's showing up so potently, it shows you the quality of this palette. Like, this palette is definitely the star of this show. I wish I started using this palette in the proper way, of course, months ago. I am so in love with this palette. There's so much that can be done with this palette. And I feel like this is one of, so she has 3 of these big palettes so far. I feel like this one, number 3, is the one palette that everybody can use. It shouldn't intimidate anyone. because it has all of the warm colors in there that are easy to use and easy to formulate for anyone's skin tone. So if you have seen these palettes and you're like, ooh, I would love to try one, but they look a little intimidating, all of these bright colors, this is the palette that you should try, this one right here. So I'm just gonna go in with, I think that was C1, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. You see how I did this glittery, dramatic, whatever, smoky eye type of situation? I don't even know what to call it, whatever it is. You see how I did it so quickly and so easily? We're only, what, 5 minutes into this video? That's roughly how long it took for me to do this eye, because I don't have to take so much time to build up the colors. You know what I mean? With some palettes that I've used in the past, you have to layer and layer and layer and keep putting more, and you can only get so much up with your brush at a time, and you put it on your lid, and it's done. You have to keep going in. But with this palette, because of the level of pigmentation that is within this palette, I'm more than impressed with how well it works. So if you have not tried this palette, if you have not tried any of Norvina's palettes, I would suggest giving it a whirl. I know that she doesn't only have these big palettes. She came out with a lot of minis, and the latest mini that she came out with was, I think it was called a cherry mini, and I really liked that. I want to go pick it up. Once I get a chance, child. I'm tired, okay? Honey, it's busy. I'm trying to, close deals and, make moves. So once I get a chance, I will definitely do that. But definitely try her palettes. Anastasia Beverly Hills is one of the few companies that I trust 100% with eyeshadows. I know that they did have that, that little issue with the subculture palette. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it at all, okay? But I love their palettes. I do. Anywho, let's get into the skin. I'm using my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, cult favorite. You guys already know the cult favorite of mine, my favorite primer, one of the one primers that it works for everybody. You might have to add a little touch of something else depending on what your skin is doing at the moment. But this is the one primer that you're not allowed to complain about because it's darn good, okay? So now I'm gonna go in with my Beauty Bakerie InstaBake Aqua Glass Foundation. One of you guys were in my comments on Instagram and you reminded me about this line from Beauty Bakerie. I haven't used it in a while, but their foundation is really, really good. The concealer, I love the finish on the concealer. I fall in love with concealers that have satiny, velvety type of skin-like finishes. I don't want it to be too matte. I don't want it to be too dewy. I want it to look like skin. You feel me? SCHKIN. That's what I want it to look like. And if it's not looking like that, I'm not really feeling it. You feel me? I'm not into it, all right? So that is what's going on with the foundation and concealer from Beauty Bakerie. I really have a real appreciation for it because it's just really, it looks good on me. You know what I'm saying? It looks real good on me. It looks good on Princess, all right? Okay? Take notice and take notes. Thank you. So yeah, I'm just putting on the foundation, and you see how easily it goes on with the foundation brush. You can't do that with every foundation, okay, honey? Not all of them are equipped. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get into the InstaBake 3-in-1 concealer. Same thing from Beauty Bakerie. And this is the finish that I was talking about. I'm using 2 shades to highlight. I don't remember the actual names. I think this one that I'm using is Pretzelvania. And then the next one that I use that's a little bit quote unquote whiter, like it's lighter in the closer inner corner areas. I think that was called Baking My Heart. And then this last one that I'm using is shade number 1. I don't remember the name of it, but I use it to contour. It's a beautiful contour. Be careful with it because it is super dark, but it is a beautiful contour and I love to use it, okay? So I'm using that to contour my nose, forehead, cheekbones, jawline, chin, under lip, over lip, everywhere. Everywhere that I want some shadows and shade to be displayed. That's what I'm contouring, okay? So let's blend for our lives. And These concealers do set relatively fast. All right? You might want to put some pep in your step when you're using these concealers, all right? Don't lollygag. Don't lollygag. This isn't a circus. This isn't a merry-go-round. Get up on your stuff. Blend it out. Blend for your life, all right? Time is of the essence. So that's what I'm doing. I'm blending out my contour first, and I love to blend out my contour first. Let me tell you, I love to blend out my contour first because it's very easy to go too light with the highlight. So I blend out my contour first. So, you know, I get a little crazy with the contour. I let it go down a little bit further than it should. I let it go in a little bit further than it should, because I know that when I blend my highlight, the balance will take place, okay? That's all I'm saying. So anyway, you know, let's get that nose contoured. I'm using my fingers. I love using my hands with certain things in certain small areas. OMG. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Good as new. As you can see, I had a mishap of sorts, but God is good. Anytime you happen to drop some setting powder all over yourself, don't wipe it off with your hands. You're just gonna spread it around and embed it into your clothes. Hit it with a towel. And I mean that literally. Take a towel, like ball it up a little bit and beat it out of your clothes. That's what I did, and that's what got rid of the setting powder and didn't make it just blend into my clothes and have like a gray area on my tit area. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it fell. And to who? I am using my Beauty Bakery setting powder, and this is the shade Cassava Leaf, of course. I am using that to set everywhere. It's a good setting powder. One of my faves is actually in my, what's it called? Brown Girl approved video. I need to do another one of those, don't I? I got y'all, don't worry. So this is one of the setting powders that I don't play with. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those good setting powders. If you have not tried it out, I mean, some of y'all like to play yourselves, which is really sad. But if you have not tried out that setting powder and you have not tried out Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer in the shade Mocha Mommy, I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I can help you. How else can I assist you with your life? I try to give you guys everything. I try to give it all, you know? But some people still just don't listen to me. If you don't have a Mocha Mommy in your life, what is your life? That's the real question. Let's talk about it. What does your life consist of without a Mocha Mommy? Let me know. Let me know. Explain. Explain yourselves to the class. All right? Because we're sick of it. If you don't have a Mocha Mommy, I can't be involved. Anywho, okay, so I am just blending out that baking situation that I did. And per usual, I've taught you guys this plenty of times, but I'm gonna say it again. Get your all over face powder. I'm using MAC Cosmetics NW48 Studio Fix powder per use. And we are using that to blend out the bake. That's how you ensure that you don't have any flashback, even if you're using a flashback type product. That's how you ensure that you're not looking casket ready and ghostly. If you're using a white type of powder, that's how you ensure that the blend is seamless and flawless. My under eye looks like a serving dish, okay? My under eye looks like a dolphin's back. My under eye looks like a baby's bottom, okay? It's smooth. I'm giving smooth realness. And I decided to keep the brows in because somebody on Instagram asked me to, can't remember who, but I did. You're welcome, with an exclamation point on that. So I'm keeping the brows in. This is how I zoom my brows. This is how I give you guys brows. And this is how I do my brows last. And then I set with my MAC Cosmetics brow set that it might be discontinued because I was on MAC's website today finna get another and it was not there. Mac, please explain yourself for once. I really hope it's not discontinued because that's my favorite brow set for when I'm wearing blonde hair, you know? Yeah. So I'm just putting on lashes. I kept these in because someone also asked me to show how I put my lashes on. I don't think I'm going to get around to doing a full-blown tutorial because, I don't have time for that or whatever. But this is how I put my lashes on. And I'm just adding a NYX blue liner. I couldn't remember the name, so I didn't write it on the screen. If I remember, I'll tell y'all. If I even remember to tell you, I'm tired. All right, I'm exhausted. Please be advised. Thanks. So, yeah, I'm just taking that dark shadow. What was it? It was D3, and I am smoking out. Okay, I'm smoking out the lower lash line so that we can give some heat. You feel me? So I'm lining my lips with my Mented Cosmetics lip liner. I think this is Foxy, but Foxy is not dark enough for me because y'all know me. I am a chocolate dipped piece of chocolate. Y'all know I'm a chocolate dipped slice of tiramisu. So I need a real dark liner. So I'm putting on my Milk Makeup Deuces lipstick. And right after that, I'm gonna go in with my Holy Grail, my favorite everything, the lip liner from Sephora, their gel lip liner in the shade Molasses. You guys already know I am the queen of Sephora's gel lip liners. You're welcome, Sephora. I have been putting your lip liners on for decades. So let's go ahead and finish out the look. You feel me? I'm using my L'Extrait setting mist from Lancome. You just feel so luxurious after you do that to yourself. Oh, okay, a serious thing is about to happen, you guys. I'm using liquid blush for the first time, and it was such a travesty. Like, it was the scariest thing I've ever done, and I thought I'd really ruined myself. I really did, but baby, the way it turned out, liquid blush and Princess are two peas in a pod from here on out. I really thought that I ruined myself, but it actually is so beautiful. And let me tell you guys, as a dark-skinned woman, it's very difficult and darn near impossible to find a pink blush that suits our skin tone. It's a rare thing because most blushes are, powder. They're the powder blushes, and those are usually chalky because they are powder. I think that because this pink blush was liquidy, that is what lent such a hefty hand to it looking so good on my skin tone. So you're welcome once again, you guys. Here is the final look with my peachy pink cheeks looking so divine and heavenly. My blonde wig with a dark shadow roots that I did on Instagram Live. And we're just popping. We're looking like a little Barbie. And that's what we're giving, okay? Just tell the world you're welcome once you recreate this look, because you are doing the world a favor by looking this good, okay? You're welcome times 2. You're welcome times 10. I do what I can. I do what I do, and I do what I can. Looking so good at the same time. Look at her. There she is. I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.